If you're between the ages of 65 and 80 and can still do the 8 things below, you are not only aging well, but also part of a small group of people who have a higher than average chance of living to be 100 years old. Luck or genetics aren't the only things that affect how long someone lives. Small habits that people do every day that they don't even realize are important also play a role. Many people think that as they get older, they will lose some of their mental and physical skills. This isn't always the case, though. Some people stay strong, flexible, and mentally sharp for a lot longer than most people think they will. They are able to move around easily, stay busy, and keep skills that many of their peers have already lost. Not only do these people live longer, they also live better. We'll talk about 8 important things that make these people unique in this video. You're on the right track to living a longer and better life if you can still do these things. Some of these things may come as a surprise, but they are all strong signs of life. Follow me to the end, because the last point is very important to your quality of life and lifespan, but not many people think about it. Before we start, I suggest that you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos if you haven't already. And if you like what you read, leave a message by typing 1. Type 0 if you don't like it so I can make better videos in the future. Let's look at the first sign now. You don't need to use your hands to get up from a chair. Not how fast you walk or how much weight you can lift is one of the best ways to tell if you will live a long time. What it really means is being able to get up from a chair without using your hands. This seemingly unimportant move shows that you are in good shape and have strong muscles and balance. It's also one of the best signs that you will be able to stay on your own for a long time. It is normal to lose muscle mass over time. How fast and how much you lose depends on how much you use your body. You have strong lower body muscles, a stable core, and good balance if you can stand up using only your legs. Some people need to use their hands or lean too far forward to stand up. This could mean that their knee strength is weakening. When did the last time you get up from a chair? Was it easy? Did you need a little extra help? A lot of people don't realize they're losing power until they can't get out of chairs that are too low for them. Take Harold, a 77-year-old man, as an example. Even though he had always been busy, he noticed one day that it was harder for him to get up from his chair. He began to hold himself with his hands. He first thought it was just a normal part of getting older. His doctor told him, though, that having strong legs is important for keeping older people from falling, which is one of their biggest risks. Now that Harold knew this, he decided to do some easy routines to get stronger again. He was able to stand up without any trouble again in a few months. More importantly, he felt stronger and more sure of himself when he moved. This skill is important because leg strength is linked to being able to move around and keep your balance. Falls are more likely to happen if the muscles in your lower body are weak. In fact, falls are one of the main reasons older people get sick. So, if you can still get out of a chair without help, it means your muscles are still strong, your balance is still good, and your coordination is still good. All of these are important for living a long and healthy life. There's no need to worry if you need to use your hands to stand up. You can get stronger at any age. Squats, leg lifts, and standing on your toes are all easy workouts that can help strengthen the muscles you need to keep this ability. The key is to be consistent. Over time, small things you do every day add up to big changes. Watch how you stand up from a chair the next time you do it. Do it without any trouble. This means you are in better shape than you think. This small thing you do says a lot about your health in the long run. It's possible to walk quickly without getting out of breath. A person's ability to walk quickly and far is one of the best ways to tell how long they will live. You are in a special group if you are between 65 and 80 years old and can still walk quickly without getting too tired. Studies have shown that the link between walking speed and life expectancy is real. Those who can keep up a fast pace tend to live longer and get more out of life. This has to do with more than just physical fitness. It also shows how well the heart works, how much air you can breathe, how long your muscles can last, and how healthy you are generally. If you walk at a steady, firm pace, it means that your heart is pumping blood well, your lungs are delivering oxygen well, and your muscles have the energy to keep going. When you go for a walk, think about how you move. Do you move quickly, or do you notice that you are moving more slowly than before? Would you like to take a short break to catch your breath? Slowing down can be one of the first signs that your health is getting worse, and most of the time, you won't even notice it. Take the case of William, a 74-year-old man. Even though he had always been busy, he noticed that his walks were getting longer. He thought at first that he was just being more careful, but soon he noticed that his breathing got heavier when he went up and down stairs. He paid more attention to how fast he was walking after that. He started timing short lengths to make sure he could keep up a steady pace without getting too tired. He got his stamina back, his confidence back, and he felt years younger over time. Walking is more than just a way to get around. It shows how healthy you are in general. Your heart is healthy, your muscles are busy, and your balance is good if you're running at a steady, strong pace. Walking is also good for the brain because it improves memory and lowers the risk of cognitive loss. Do this simple practice to see how fit you are. Walk normally for about 3 meters, then speed up as if you need to get to an elevator before it drops you off. This is a good sign if you can do it without any trouble or shortness of breath. If you're tired or off balance, you might need to work on your endurance. The good news is that you don't have to do a lot of hard workouts to speed up your walking. Taking regular walks, paying attention to your stance, and slowly speeding up can make a big difference. Making small changes to how fast you walk can add years to your life. Pay attention to your pace the next time you go for a walk. If you can still walk quickly and with confidence, your body is in good shape, and you're on the right track for long-term health. For at least 10 seconds, you can stand on one foot. A lot of people don't realize they're losing their balance until it's too late. However, even a short-term test of your balance can tell you a lot about the health of your body over time. Being between 65 and 80 years old and being able to stand on one foot for at least 10 seconds without falling over is a sign of good health. Balance is directly linked to living a long time, according to research. In old age, people who stay stable tend to live longer and have a better quality of life. Not only does having good balance keep you from falling, but it also shows that your muscles, nerves, and reactions are still working together properly. Vision, the inner ear, and proprioception, the body's ability to feel its position in space, all play a role in being able to stand on one foot. Balance can be thrown off if any of these things start to go down. When did you last put on your shoes or socks while standing? Were you able to do it without something to hold on to? Small shifts in balance can happen over time, and a lot of people don't even know they've lost their balance until they almost journey or fall. Let's look at the case of 76-year-old Frank. Moving around was always easy for him, but while putting on his pants one day, he realized it was tougher to stand on one leg. He thought it was a one-time thing at first, but when he tried to balance on one foot on purpose, he found that he could only do it for a few seconds. This was a red flag, so he started doing balance routines every day. After just a few weeks, he noticed a big difference in both his steadiness and his confidence while moving. One of the best ways to keep from falling is to work on your balance. Falls are one of the main reasons older people end up in the hospital. Accidents that could make you lose your freedom are less likely to happen if you have good balance. Want to see how well you can balance? For this easy exercise, stand next to a piece of furniture or a wall in case you need support. Try to stay balanced for 10 seconds while you lift one foot. It's a good sign if you can do it without any trouble. Don't worry if not. You can get more stable by doing exercises like heel raises, side leg lifts, and moving your weight from one foot to the other. A lot of work every day is key. Having good balance does more than keep you from falling. It also keeps you independent for a long time. When you move around every day, you will feel safer and more confident if you are stable. You don't need anyone to help you squat down and get back up. It's not just about being strong or having a lot of energy that can help you live a long time. It's good that you can still squat to the floor and get back up without help. Many people your age can't do that. This skill shows how flexible, strong, coordinated, and mobile you are, all of which are important for staying independent as you age. People over 50 often don't sit because they're afraid they won't be able to get back up. But if we don't do certain moves regularly, our bodies slowly lose the ability to do them. Your legs, core, and upper body should still be able to work together if you can still do this movement easily. This is becoming less common after age 65. Think about the last time something dropped on the ground. Did you stop before getting down to pick it up? Did it take a lot of work to get back up? A lot of people go through these changes slowly, so they don't realize how they're affecting them until they become a bigger problem. Let's look at the case of 78-year-old Joseph. Before his grandson asked him to play a board game on the floor, he had never thought about how hard it was to sit and stand back up. He didn't stop because he didn't want to play, but because he wasn't sure how easy it would be to get up afterward. At that point, he realized how important it was to be able to move around easily. To strengthen his muscles, he chose to start doing controlled movements like squats and kneeling exercises. Over time, he was able to get up without any problems, and most importantly, he felt good about his actions again. One of the best ways to tell if someone will live a long time is by seeing how well they can get up from the floor without help. People who have trouble with this movement are more likely to have trouble moving around in the future because it can mean their muscles are weak, their flexibility is low, or their balance is bad. People who keep this skill, on the other hand, tend to stay active, independent, and physically strong. Place yourself next to a chair if you need to for support, and slowly squat down to the floor. This is an exercise that will test your movement. After that, try to get back up without using your hands. It's a good sign that your muscles and joints are still working well if this is easy for you. Don't give up if it's hard. Doing stretching and strengthening routines every day can help you get back to being able to do this. Not only is keeping this skill handy, but it's also a matter of freedom. It's very helpful to be able to squat down to pick up something, tie your shoes, or even get back up after someone journeys and falls. When you don't want to sit, ask yourself, am I scared I won't be able to get back up? Remember that if you can still do this movement without any trouble, it means your body is aging well, and you are on the right track to living a long and healthy life. It is easy for you to carry a bag of groceries. Being strong is more than just being able to lift big things at the gym. It also means being able to do everyday things without putting in too much work. You are in better shape than most people your age if you can still carry a full bag of groceries without any trouble. Functional fitness, muscle strength, and endurance all play a role in how easily you can lift and move things. All of these things are linked to a long and healthy life. A lot of people don't understand how important it is to have strong arms and hands until they can't open a jar or carry a bag. Grip strength, or the ability to hold and squeeze things, is one of the best ways to tell if someone will live a long time. Most of the time, people who can shake hands more firmly live longer and have better lives. People who have trouble carrying everyday things, on the other hand, often lose their movement and health as a whole. Now think about the last time you brought food home. Did you just pick up the bags without thinking? Or did you have to move the weight around to keep your arms from getting tired? You used to be able to lift things on your own, but now you need help with them. These kinds of small changes happen over time and are often not noticed. Richard, who was 75 years old, had always been proud of being on his own. But one day, when he got home from the store, he noticed it was harder to carry his shopping bags up the steps to his front door than it used to be. It wasn't because the things were heavier than usual. He just wasn't as strong as he used to be. He then chose to start working out to make his hands, shoulders, and arms stronger. He was able to carry his groceries with ease again after a few months, and he also felt like he had more energy and desire to do other things. The good news is that you don't have to do hard workouts to keep your muscles strong. Doing small things every day, like lifting light weights, squeezing a rubber ball to strengthen your hands, or doing push-ups against the kitchen counter can have big effects. The key is to be consistent. A daily workout of just a few minutes can stop muscle loss and help you be more independent in the future. If you can easily carry a full bag of groceries, that's a great sign that your body is strong and ready for many years of healthy, active life. There is no need to stop as you go up a flight of stairs. It might seem like a simple thing to do, but going up and down stairs is actually one of the best ways to test your heart health, leg strength, and physical endurance. One thing that sets you apart from many people your age is that you can still climb a flight of stairs without stopping to catch your breath. Several parts of the body need to work together to make this move happen. To get up, your legs need to be strong enough, your heart and lungs need to be healthy enough to pump air, and your coordination needs to be good enough to keep you steady. If any of these things start to get weaker, going up and down stairs can become very hard. When was the last time you had to go upstairs? Did you feel strong, or did you need to stop and catch your breath? When people start to avoid stairs in favor of elevators or escalators, they often don't know they are losing their endurance. The problem is that over time, this lack of use makes muscle loss even worse and falls short of aerobic ability. Let's look at George, a 73-year-old man. Taking the stairs had never been a problem for him, but over time he started avoiding them and instead using lifts and escalators. He thought it was just for ease of use at first, until he had to go see a friend and climb a short set of stairs. He was shocked to find that he was out of breath when he got to the top. That woke him up to the fact that he needed to get stronger. From that day on, he chose to add more stairs to his daily routine. He started out slowly and slowly sped up. Doctors often use climbing stairs as a quick way to check the health of your heart and lungs. If you can go up and down a flight of stairs without getting too tired, that means your heart and lungs are still working well, which is good for your long-term health. Find a staircase with at least 10 steps and take it slowly. This will help you figure out how healthy you are. Pay attention to how you feel when you get to the top. Being able to do it without stopping or getting out of breath is a great sign that your fitness is still good. Don't worry if you're having trouble. Regular walks, strengthening your legs, and making it a habit to take the stairs whenever you can will help you get back to being able to do this. Being able to climb stairs shows that you are independent as well as being physically strong. You have a strong heart, active muscles, and lots of energy if you can still do it with confidence. These are all things you need to live a long and healthy life. You remember clearly what was said and what happened recently. Being physically healthy is important for living a long time, but being mentally healthy is just as important. One of the best signs that you will live a long and happy life is that you can remember names, recent talks, and keep your mind sharp in everyday life. Memory and mental ability aren't just signs of intelligence, they also show how healthy the brain is, how well the blood flows, and how well the nervous system works. It's normal to forget where you put your keys once in a while, but there is a big difference between that and serious cognitive loss. You are in much better health than most people your age if you can still have deep conversations, remember recent events, and do your daily tasks without any big problems. If you try to remember what you had for breakfast every day, you might have trouble. Do you remember what you said in a chat yesterday? Do you still find it easy to learn new things and solve problems? Memory changes that seem small can tell you a lot about the health of your brain. Take Paul, a 79-year-old man, as an example. A lot of his friends were having trouble remembering things, but he could still remember things about talks that happened weeks ago, do crossword puzzles with no trouble, and keep up with new technologies with no trouble. He didn't know that the things he did every day, like reading, staying socially busy, and giving his brain new things to think about, were actually keeping his mind strong and resilient. The brain is like a muscle. It needs to be worked out all the time to stay in good shape. People who read a lot, play strategy games, learn new things, and stay socially busy tend to keep their brains working much longer than people who don't do any of these things. To see how well you remember things, try to remember what you had for dinner 2 nights ago, or remember a short list of words and try to say them again in a few minutes. If this is easy for you, that's a good sign. Don't worry if it's hard for you. There are lots of other ways to keep your brain busy. Reading, learning something new, talking to other people, and even going for a walk every day can all help keep your brain healthy. It's not just convenient to have a smart mind, it's about living a better life. You can keep making your own choices, having deep conversations, and enjoying life to the fullest when your brain is working well. You feel pumped up and ready to go when you wake up. The quality of your sleep is one of the least known ways to tell if you will live a long time. You have a big edge over many of your peers if you are between 65 and 80 years old and still feel rested and ready to start the day. Sleep is very important for long-term health because it affects everything from the immune system and energy levels to how well the heart and brain work. Sleep habits change naturally as we get older, and a lot of older people have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early, which makes them tired during the day. If you can still get deep, restful sleep and feel rested when you wake up, that's a good sign that your body is working well and healing properly during the night. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Are you ready to take on the day, or do you often wish you had slept a little longer? Many people think that having trouble sleeping is a normal part of getting older, but that's not always the case. If you're always tired in the morning, it could mean that your circulation is bad, your hormones are out of whack, or you have a sleep problem like sleep apnea. Take Roger, a 74-year-old man. He had always slept well, but over time he started waking up a lot at night, getting restless, and needing to nap during the day. At first, he thought it was just a normal part of getting older. After making a few changes, like sticking to a regular sleep plan, limiting screen time before bed, and adding relaxation techniques to his evening routine, he felt a huge difference in his health. He started to sleep better and feel more energized and motivated when he woke up. Getting enough sleep is important for more than just feeling relaxed. It also keeps your mind sharp, boosts your immune system, and may even lower your risk of heart disease and stroke. Making small changes to your lifestyle, like not drinking caffeine in the afternoon, going to bed at the same time every night, and making your bedroom dark and quiet, can have a big effect. If you still feel good when you wake up and ready to go, that's a good sign that your body is aging well, and that you'll live a long and healthy life. Want to keep getting healthier and living longer? If you want more useful information, make sure you subscribe. Also, tell us in the comments how you feel when you wake up.